Hi guys, thanks for watching IDNS One. I'm going to read out the patch notes 1.2.88 to you, which was released yesterday, 28 June 18. I'm going to start doing more of these patch note reading because not sure if you all are like me, but I hate reading through the patch note myself, especially for this patch itself is very long because there's a lot of revamped heroes, and new equipment, etc. So why don't you just rest, relax, lie down on your bed, close your eyes and listen to me while I read it out for you. Okay, so for this patch note, the first thing is that they actually revamped they make some major adjustment to the reporting and punishment system. Exactly how is it? Not sure. It's not written here. There's a new mode, okay, survival mode, up to 99 players can be played in the arena. There are more details on this patch note, but it's not released yet, so why don't we just focus on the other thing as of now. Anyway, this survival mode will be released only in the middle of June. Oh, sorry, in the middle of July. Then, okay, now let's focus on the new and revamped heroes. New heroes, there are two new heroes, Episode Witch, Selena, and also Contractor Elders. Okay, they'll be released, one of them will be in release later part of this week and one more in this month. So, the revamped hero, which is the focus, okay, Gato is being revamped. His first skill now, he shattered the ground in front of him, caused magic damage and slow effects. Okay, and those at the center of his skill will experience speed reduction and magic damage every second. His skill 2, Unbreakable. So basically he will shout loudly to taunt the enemies to attack him while he counter attack with magic damage. Okay, something new about this skill 2 is that previously you must call on the spot, but as of now there's a charge for this. Okay, so you can just press and release and you just call taunt the enemy to attack him immediately, or you can hold the charge, okay, to dash forward and taunt the enemy way in front of you. Okay, using this charge, you also can, if you charge long enough, you can even dash through walls and even take walls. Okay, so it's a very good skill. His ultimate, similarly as previously, he will just jump up and land on the designated area, causing a knockout effect to nearby enemy, dealing magic damage. And those at the center of the attack are knocked up in the air for a longer duration. His passive still the same. Lost HP will be converted to physical defense, attacking enemies that possess a greater percentage of their HP. You recover more HP. Okay, the next hero, Hayabusa. Also a big revamp for this hero. His first skill, Phantom Shuriken, instead of just throwing 3 Shuriken, his 3 Shuriken will now come back. Okay, induce physical damage and slow them, and also helps to recover his mana. Skill 2, Steel Shadow, but instead of just throwing out 4 Shadow with not much effect, okay, now as you press a direction forward, okay, you don't just throw your shadow there, you flicker forward, and at that position then you throw out 4 shadows at 4 different directions. Okay, and going to each of your shadow also have an additional benefit, okay, of cooling down your shuriken skill. So if you okay, so this is how I'm gonna do it, is like I'll flicker forward, okay, to throw the 3 shuriken, and my 4 shadow will appear. Go to 2 of my shadow, it will immediately cool down your shuriken skill. Throw your shuriken again. Go to the last remaining 2 shadow, and your shuriken is immediately cool down again, and you can throw your shuriken for the 3rd time. Okay, that's how good these 2 skills are. His ultimate still the Phantom Shadow Kill. Okay, basically it deals multiple damage. Each attack deals physical damage. His passive, okay, ninjutsu damage will now add 1 shadow stack. Okay, every stack increase his ninjutsu damage. Some of the revamped hero also have God skill 1, instead of throwing 1 stun, okay, now he throws 2 stun. Minotaur, entirely revamped hero. His skill 1, instead of just a swing to damage and slow, basically it's a jump. It's a mini jump forward. Okay, you can actually control the direction. It's a very short distance. Still deals damage to them, slow them, and recovers rage. And when he's in a rage mode, okay, the areas become larger and deals a certain percentage of an enemy's total HP in physical damage. Skill 2 Raw. Okay, basically he can help to recover HP for himself and also for his surrounding allies. And in rage mode, okay, he if being attacked by basic attack, he recovers regeneration effects, causing him to heal when attacked by basic attacks. His ultimate, okay, still the same. He will just when he's in a rage mode, he will jump 3 times and 2 of the time will be stun. Okay, but now when you are not in rage mode, instead of just three slam on the ground that damage the enemy, you basically hold it to charge your rage. Okay, to charge your rage meter. So his passive rage mode, okay, basically it increase whenever his basic attacks or skill hits an enemy, and once his rage is maximum, he'll go into a rage state and gain bonus damage, armor, and magic resistance. Skills also have the bonus effect which I just explained, and when his rage mode ended, okay, he cannot recover rage for a brief period. Weekly free heroes and new skins. Some of the new free hero for this week is Karina, Akai Minotaur, Akagura, Alpha, Estes, Aurora, and Zaz. 6 Starlight members hero rotation: Hayabusa, Charles, Johnson, Roger, Harley, and Angela. For the rest of the hero, please wait for the next update. Some of the revamped heroes such as Kato and Hayabusa is on sales, 30% diamond discount. Bruno Street Soccer skin, launch week, 30% diamond discount. Okay, there's a lot of hero that has minor adjustment on them. Lancelot, his HP is adjust to 133 from previous 148, so there's a reduction of 15. Tonrose adjusted physical damage buff to 1.2 from 1.3, or from 1.5, changes in 0.3. Cyclops is being buffed. Okay, his Stardust Shock Cyclops base damage to 200 plus bracket skill level times 20 from previously 185 plus bracket skill level. And his Star Power Lockdown reduced base damage by 100 points at all levels. Akai has been slightly nerfed. 1000 pounder adjusted cooldown from 11 to 8 seconds, from 11 to 7 seconds, changes in 1 second. Adjusted shield generation to 2.9 from previously 3.6, so there's a difference in 0.7 reduction. Adjusted HP growth to 228 from 246. Okay, there's a changes in 18. Okay, the next one is Roger. His Bloodthirsty Howl adjusted duration to 5 seconds from 4 seconds, increase in 1 second. Open fire increased projectile radius by 50%. And when he move form, okay, the bonus damage of his basic attack will be displayed and can now be triggered by a new item called the Golden Staff. Okay, adjusted his wolf form defense boost to 40 from 25, 60 from 50, 80 from 75, and 100 remains the same. Adjusted his HP growth to 158.5 from previously 147.5, which is a changes in 11. Gushen, his skill Incandescent, the flicker effect of this skill's second phase is reduced by 20%, improve the direction and distance indicators. His Sword Spikes, okay, adjusted the first phase magic damage buff to 0.5 from previously 0.8, reduction in 0.3, while second phase has been adjusted to 1 from previously 1.5, reduction in 0.5. Martis, his Mortal Coil, adjusted cooldown to 10 seconds from previously 11 seconds, 1 second difference. Adjusted damage reduction to 60% from 50%, okay, increased by 10%. Hanabi Ninjutsu Soul Scroll, adjusted base damage to 370 plus skill level times 30 from 260 plus skill level times 40. Adjusted basic attack damage area by 0.2. Kato, his Avatar of the Guardian camera angle will zoom out while choosing the direction, but map visibility remains unchanged. Carry, adjusted basic HP to 2578 from previous 2498. Okay, difference in 80. Bomber, adjusted HP to 246 from 239, increase in 7. Tigro, Sacred Hammer, resolve issue that caused Sacred Hammer to activate the second stage after being broken. Okay, Hilda, Combat Ritual, Resolve issue with this skill description. Activating this skill will increase Hilda's movement speed by 16%. 60%. Sun. Endless variety and instantaneous move. Improve the attack speed of doppelgangers, which is now the same as Sun. Kagura. Umbrella open resolve issue where Kagura is unable to throw her umbrella to the furthest point in the opposite direction. Okay, Yin Yang Gathering resolve issue where the cooldown guard did not take effect. Fanny Steel Cable resolve issue where Fanny could not travel to a wall targeted from the max distance, and adjusted Fanny HP growth to 131 from 127.7, increase in 3.3. Resolve issue where player can see the animation effects of skill despite being in the jungle. Mia, Rain of Arrows, God, Mystic Injunction, Sun, Clone Techniques, Johnson, Rapid Touchdown, Estes, Planet Attacks, Aurora, Coldness, Destroy, Vexana, Needle Snare, Harley, Space Escape, Grope, Guardians, Barrel, Diggy, Time Bomb, and Reverse Time, Lancelot, Puncture, Lancelot, Thorn Rose, Zaz, Mind Eater, Jawhead Ejector. Okay, and also the more importantly is the battlefield adjustment. Okay, battlefield equipment, new equipment, Twilight Armor, raise maximum values for HP, mana, and HP regen. Cost is 2260 gold. His passive, after taking 900 points of physical damage, okay, he will not take over 900 points of physical damage for 5 seconds. Cooldown is 5 seconds. In short, basically, once enemy deals 900 points of damage to him, for the next 5 seconds, he will not take more than 900 damage from a single hit. Okay, and the cooldown for this item is only 5 seconds. The next new item is Golden Staff. Raises physical damage and attack speed. Price is 2300 gold. Okay, there are two passive. The first one, every 1% of critical attack rate will add 1% of attack speed. Okay, the next one, Endless Strike. When the effects of Endless Strike reaches 2 stack, the effects of the next basic strike will be triggered 3 times. It means that you hit normal hit first time, not normal hit second time. The third hit that you hit actually is a ×2 damage. Okay, the third new equipment item, Spirit Scroll. Okay, it's a useless item. At 10 points of magic damage, price 500. Passive, Soul Steal. Okay, by killing heroes, you gain 5 soul stack, and assist, you gain 3 soul stack. Every 15 stacks, okay, you gain added 25 points of magic damage up to 50. And there's an upgraded version, which is Soul Scroll. At 10 points of magic damage, 15 points of magic penetration. Okay, price 1500 gold. His passive, similarly, by killing enemy, you gain 5 soul stack, and assist, you gain 3 soul stack. Every 15 stack, you convert to an added 25 points of magic damage up to 100. The next equipment, which is going to be a popular one, is Sky Guardian's Helmet. Adds 1550 HP and 100 points of HP regeneration. Price is only at 2400 gold. The passive recovery regenerates 1.5% of heroes' total HP. Killing enemies raise another 0.5%, and assist will raise another 0.2%. And if you buy after you have multiple kills and assist, okay, it's all still included in the increase of this percentage of your regeneration. Okay, up to a cap of 3.5%. This effect wears off after 5 seconds of the heroes taking damage. The next new item is a Demon Shoe. Increase heroes mana regen and movement speed. Price 720 gold. So basically, you kill enemy or you have an assist, you raise your mana regen by 10%, and killing creeps, you gain 4%. The next one is Wing of Nature. Increase your physical damage at lifesteal and increase attack speed. Price at 2060 gold. There's an active spell. Okay, what active spell means is that now there's a 4th spell on top of your ultimate. Okay, when you press it, you activate this equipment active spell. Okay, Wind Chant. Activate to become immune to all physical damage. Lasts for 2 seconds. Cooldown is 80 seconds. So for that 2 seconds, okay, you won't be receiving any of the physical damage. And if you're non-MM hero, okay, the cooldown is basically reduced by another 50%. So the cooldown is only 40% compared to the original 80%. Courage Bulwark, okay, no longer carries HP recovery effects. Adjusted cooldown reduction to 10% from previously 5%. There's also a new active skill that you can press. Okay, entourage, increase your movement speed of hero and nearby allied heroes by 30%, and also increase the physical and magical damage by 20%. Last for 3 seconds, cooldown is 40 seconds. Winton Truncheon, the next item, adjusted physical defense to 25 from 40. Okay, now adds 400 points of HP. There's a passive, Frozen. Okay, after actually, in fact, it's not a passive, but it's an active skill. Okay, you can activate this skill and your hero is unable to move and use any spell, but he's immune to any damage effects and lasts for 2 seconds. Cooldown is 100 seconds. How this works is basically for once you activate this skill, you are stuck there 2 seconds, not able to do anything. But during that 2 seconds, no one can damage you or use any skill on you. Okay, you are basically uh unable to bring damage at all. Okay, but the cooldown is too long, it's 100 seconds. Wing of the Apocalypse Queen is very sad. Okay, this item has been greatly nerfed. Okay, reduce the damage taken by 50% when health is less than 40% and increase hero's lifesteal by 30%. It's still the same, but now the problem is this effect only lasts 5 seconds and the cooldown is 50 seconds. Next item, Wind Talker, increase critical hit by 10% and attack speed by 40%. The passive have changed. Every 3.5 seconds, basic attack hit 3 enemy units and deal 100 points of magic damage. Okay, the special thing now is that your cooldown for the 3.5 second drop as your critical chance rises, and while damaging increase, and your damage increase as your attack speed rises. Adjusted price to 1920 gold. Scarlet Phantom, next item, increase critical hit rate by 25% and attack speed by 20%. Passive Frenzy, increase the attack speed bonus after landing a critical hit to 30% from previously 25%, increase in 5%. Price remain unchanged. Next item, Demon Hunter Sword, passive Devour, adjusted the duration of every effect to 3 seconds, maximum of 5 stack. The next item, Corrosion Scythe, no longer boosts HP, but now they adjusted the attack speed to 25% and includes a 5% movement speed. The passive have totally changed. Basic attack have 50% probability of slowing the enemy, okay, by 40%, and long range basic attack will slow the enemies by only 20%. But the thing is that they have now this passive impulse. Every basic attack that deals damage raises the hero's movement speed by 4% up to 5 stack and lasts for 3 seconds. Okay, price is unchanged. Rose Gold Meteor and Magic Blade, passive Lifeline, adjusted duration to 3 seconds and cooldown to 40 seconds. Mystic Container, no longer adds HP, adjusted added magic damage and lifesteal to 10%. Concentrate Energy, price 500, adjusted spell vamp to 25% from 30%. Ice Queen Wand, price remains the same, no longer add mana regen, but now it gives you a 10% spell vamp effect and 150 points of magic attack. Okay, the price now is 2240 gold. Exotic Veil, no longer add magic penetration, price is 600 gold. Glowing Wand, no longer add magic penetration, now adds 400 points of HP. The Scorch, which is the passive, adjusted the magic damage to 2%, 3%, and 4% of enemy's target HP with at least 10 points of added damage. Necklace of Durance now is a better item, although no longer adds HP, now adds 10% of spell vamp effect and with a cooldown of 10% from previous 5%. Fleeting Time, no longer add mana regen, adjusted the cooldown reduction to 15% from previous 10%, increase in 5%. Passive Time Stream, after a kill or assist, the cooldown of the hero's ultimate is immediately reduced by 50%. Calamity Reaper, the passive now briefly raises hero's movement speed by 10% after a basic attack. Bloodwing, adjusted added HP to 500, price is at 3000 gold. The passive adjusts the HP gain from converting a magic damage to 1.5. Feather of Heaven, remove passive, now adds 5% movement speed buff. Lightning Truncheon, no longer add mana regen, now adds 300 points of mana attack and 10% of cooldown reduction. Okay, the passive every 6 seconds, the hero's next damaging magic spell will hit maximum of 3 enemies up to 20% of hero's magical damage. Price 2250 gold. Oracle, also another very sad nerf item is that it no longer adds the HP regen, and the passive have changed to raise shield absorption and HP regeneration effects by 25%. Price remains unchanged. Brute Force Breastplate, now a better item. You activate using a skill rather than previous physical attack. Okay, as you use a skill, you increase your capability, movement speed by 3% and physical attack by 4%. The effect lasts 4 seconds and stack up to 5 times. Thunderbelt now remove HP regeneration, added cooldown reduction to 10% from previous 5%, increase in 5%. Passive, when after you use a skill, the next basic attack basically deals a bonus attack that equals 2% of the hero's total HP. And the target will be slowed for 1.5 seconds and it can be used every 1.5 seconds. Rapid Boots adjust the movement speed to 100, price 750 gold. Now, as you are dealing damage or receiving damage, okay, the 100 movement speed is being reduced by 55 points and you last for 5 seconds. Okay, next, Blade of Despair no longer add attack speed, but now you add movement speed, and attacking units that have HP below 50% will raise your hero's physical damage by 35%. Okay, let me see what else is quite important. Remove the following equipment item: Disaster Truncheon, Bloodthirsty King, Ancient Ghost Statue, Boots of Tranquility, and Heart of Steel. Okay, Flicker also have changes. Increase the width of the direction marker to make it easier to access the direction. Some of the role buff has been changed. Kaja is tank buff, Selena assassin buff. Support, once you receive the buff, okay, you have a raised shield effect by 15%. Assassin penetration is now dependent on the hero's level, adjusted to 6 to 20 points from previously fixed 15 points. Okay, the goal for killing turtle is reduced to 100 from previous 150, reduction in 50 gold. And there's an increased bonus for kill streaks. Okay, starting from a third kill, okay, you earn a bonus of 40 gold for each additional kill, which is previous 25 goals, and now the maximum bonus goal is up to 400 instead of the previous 300, increase in 100 gold. Game volume is reduced to 80% when using your voice chat. Fasa is back to Brawl mode, okay, but she's greatly nerfed inside the Brawl mode. Okay, her SS can only cooldown is being adjusted to 30 seconds instead of the usual 8 seconds, increase in 22 seconds, but this is only from Brawl mode only. Okay, as I mentioned, there will be a new mentoring program and new survival mode. Okay, but it isn't released yet, so we'll just hold for the actual release before we talk more on it. Some system adjustment. Okay, for those new players, they basically reduce the required experience for you to level up from level 6 going to level 8. And those who already completed the achievement, you will straight away be automatically level up to level 8. Okay, and the required level to switch your account is now level 3, no more at level 8. Okay, you can no longer see your friends' server and game ID due to the privacy of our players, but you still can tap copy on their player's name and go and find them. So let's see. Some of the bugs are being fixed. Okay, if you want to know, you can basically come and check it out yourself, but quite frankly, nothing very important. That's all for this patch note 1.2.88. If you want me to do more of this, reading out the patch note to y'all so y'all don't need to read it through yourself and providing a better explanation to y'all, please like and share this video and do subscribe to my channel. Okay, I think that's all for today. Thank you and goodbye.